Have you ever let an entitled person dig their own grave just so you could hand them the shovel? I live in a quiet, gated subdivision. Last year, a woman named Susan got elected as the new HOA president. She immediately went on a power trip, measuring grass with a ruler and handing out fines like candy. Her main target? Me. I have a 1960s restored pickup truck that I park in my driveway. It's spotless, but Susan decided it was an eyesore. She slapped me with a $500 fine. I ignored it. A week later, I woke up to a tow truck backing into my driveway. Susan was standing there with a clipboard, grinning. She said, "I'm impounding this junker, and I'm placing a lien on your house for unpaid fines. I am the law in this neighborhood." I walked out in my bathrobe, holding a cup of coffee. I looked at the tow truck driver and said, "If you hook up that truck, I'm having you arrested for trespassing." Susan laughed, but the driver looked nervous. You see, Susan didn't read the master deed. My grandfather built this entire subdivision in the 90s. When he sold the lots to the HOA, he kept ownership of the private roads, all of them. The HOA just pays a $1 yearly lease to use them. I pulled the lease agreement out of my pocket. I looked at Susan and said, "I'm terminating the lease, effective immediately. Your tow truck is illegally parked on my private property. In fact, you are trespassing on my asphalt." Her jaw hit the floor. I called a fencing company that afternoon. I legally blocked off the main entrance to the neighborhood, forcing everyone to use a muddy back access road. The neighborhood went into absolute chaos. They held an emergency meeting that night and unanimously voted Susan out. The new president knocked on my door the next morning, begging me to reopen the roads and voiding all my fines. Susan had to sell her house and move because nobody would look her in the eye. So I have to ask, what is the craziest HOA power trip you've ever survived? Drop your story in the comments. And if you want more satisfying justice every single day, hit subscribe and stay locked into Reddit RC's Loop.